Good evening, my cherished settlers. Today, we stand on the brink of a new and exciting chapter in our shared journey. As we gather here in East Namatine, I am filled with immense pride and anticipation as we officially commence the construction of our new homes, storage facilities, and food resources. This moment is not just about laying foundations. It's about building a future where families can thrive, where our industries can grow, and where we can ensure that every citizen has access to the essentials of life. But a thriving community requires more than just shelter. That is why we will also be establishing robust storage facilities, ensuring that we have the resources we need to support our growing population. These facilities will serve as the backbone of our settlement, safeguarding our supplies and allowing us to prepare for the future. With careful planning and organization, we will create a system that ensures no one goes without, that every family has access to what they need to flourish. And let us not forget the importance of food. As we embark on this journey, we will prioritize the establishment of sustainable food resources. Together, we will forage the land and process our foods with the minerals harvested from the earth. As we begin this construction, let us remember that we are not just building structures. We are laying the groundwork for a thriving community. Each brick we lay, every berry we pick, is a step toward a brighter future for all of us. Heyo and welcome to another episode of Build and Battle Season 3, where we will build a beautiful medieval city while battling off famine, mutiny, and the bitter cold. In the last episode, we finalized our district of Central Namatine by enclosing the space within our manor walls, finished off our meadery modular build with a couple of beehives, and settled our third territory of East Namatine. So if you happen to miss the last episode, then click on the info card above, or if you're looking for a new Manor Lords series to binge watch, then check out the entire Build and Battle Season 3 playlist located in the description below. Now, while our work in Central Namatine is not over yet, after all, I do want to let a period of in-game time pass to see if our sheep actually increase the fertility of the land, we will now begin our third territory of East Namatine, which will be heavily focused around mining. So are you enjoying Build and Battle Season 3? If so, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you're most excited to see in the upcoming episodes. If you can't wait to see the season unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. Also, don't miss out on our Build and Battle Season 3 merchandise linked in the description below. Alrighty, so I'm excited to start our third territory. So kick back, grab your caffeinated beverage of choice, and let's jump right on into it. Today, I would like to start our episode and our new territory with our storage and logistic buildings. And honestly, this was a tough one for me to figure out the placement for, in my opinion, as our two rich deposits of clay and salt are pretty much on opposite ends of the territory from one another. I wanted to place our storage house nearby the mining facilities, and honestly, my stubbornness may just push me to be a bit extra and construct more storage houses than what we actually need to get started, simply so I can place them nearby the mining pits themselves. We will also want at least a single granary, and I think this would be placed much closer to where I'd want our marketplace to be. So let's start with our storage houses, and I think I'm going to align the fence that comes with this asset parallel to the road and the creek. This way, we are using the fence as a nice little decoration tool to add a little more beautification to this area. I mean, the creek and the water are actually a very wonderful addition to begin with in this game, but why not be just a bit extra? Next, let's snuggle our granary in, and for this one, I sort of want to try layering it behind the storehouse to create a bit of a new design. So let's come in and position this right behind the storage house where the rear of the storage house and the granary will meet. Hopefully this will create a nice little L shape for us to place our market in. Perfect. Now let's draw in the market so that the space is available as we grow and assign workers to our logistic buildings here in East Namatine. And while we're at it, let's also move our hitching post closer to this area we are building in so that it has its own permanent spot. Now that we have secured our supplies from the weather and other elements that may cause it to spoil, let's provide our people with some shelter before the first winter rolls in. Now, I mentioned last episode I want to stretch the burgage plots along the creek, and at first I thought about making a promenade, but then I kind of began to reconsider. After all, this is a small creek, and this is an outlier district in the greater Namatine area. Therefore, it really doesn't make sense to have such a luxurious and high-end promenade in a district far from the city capital area, which in our case is actually Old Namatine. But I do still want to use the terrain to our advantage to kind of create a unique area. So let's come on in and let's draw in at least enough homes for our current families. If you have been following this channel for a while now, you know I can get carried away with constructing burgage plots or honestly anything residential. But today I'm going to do just what we need so that we can prioritize our limited lumber for additional requirements such as an actual lumber yard, food sources, etc. Now that our citizens will not freeze through the winter, let's start our production lines and replenish the resources we have used, as well as continue to stockpile what we will need for future builds. For this, I'm going to start with our lumber camp, as we inevitably will need lumber, and I don't wish to run out before we have the chance to actually construct the building that will produce more for us. Now, I think I would like to construct our lumber production right about here. So let's come on in and let's get this situated right away and employed so that we may start stockpiling our lumber. Now that we have secured additional lumber, let's construct our food sources, starting with our berries. If you recalled last episode, I mentioned that I want our berries to be a food source not just for East Namatine, but also Old Namatine. For a few episodes now, Old Namatine has been getting a bit hangry right around the end of summer, and while the district is stable, I would like to try to, not starve our people out. Therefore, we will start with supplying East Namatine their minimum nourishment, and then as the population grows, we will construct more forager huts to really capitalize on this deposit and export the excess food for regional wealth in East Namatine in exchange for full bellies over in Old Namatine. Finally, let's construct a hunter's camp. This hunter's camp is really just to get some additional food sources on the tables for our citizens. Because we have the salt mine, I am hoping to really capitalize on our butchers, pig pens, and goats to produce a significant amount of sausages, which will also be traded amongst our districts for regional wealth in East Namatine. But that is still a few episodes away. So for today, let's focus on stabilizing East Namatine and ensure the residents can survive the winter. So let's construct our hunter's camp and provide it one employee. This way we have the extra food coming in and we can build our meat production into prizes later. Alrighty everyone, I think that just about wraps up today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on today's build. If you're excited to see the next episode unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. And don't forget to check out our Build and Battle Season 3 merchandise linked in the description below. Until next time, I hope everyone has a phenomenal week.